Everyone, welcome back again to become a full stack web application developer. So today this is the second video of this series. Today I'm going to teach you the parameters and query in your URL, asyncData, created components, and how to add your external CSS and plugins. So let's get started with the first one, parameter, how you can send params in your URL, and also the query. Okay, so let's get started. Normally, you will have to do you have to write a page with a specific rule. So let's say you want to have a page called uh, my news. Okay, so this is a folder, my news, and now if you want to pass an ID or anything, you just need to give the underscore and then the name of the parameter you want to pass. So if it is name, you have to access it with name. If it is ID, you have to access it with ID. Okay, so id.vue. So this will be your dynamic parameter. Okay, let's get started. Now let's see how we can access it. This is dynamic page. Okay, so let's add some JavaScript here. Add creator. We will access. If you are not a vue.js developers, then you should know that created is a hook, vue.js hook. It runs when your component is loaded. This is the first method that it runs. So most of the time we write our code in created, normally in your Spy application. But in nuxt.js we will be writing most of our code as well in asyncData, which we will be learning soon. Okay, now how can we access the ID given here? So we can access it like this dot route. So I'm just consulting the route here, and I have to go. What is my folder name? Is my news. So here let's go to my news, and I can pass any ID. So if I pass here, you can see the name of this component is page is minus then ID. Then you have a query. There is nothing in a query, and then you have a params. Okay, so params has an ID. So if it is ID, then it will be ID. But if you change it to let's say title.vue, so it becomes title. Yeah, if I show you, you see, then it becomes title. So you have to access that way. This is your variable. Okay, now if I access is params.id, you see I get this information. Now we can print this variable is here. The ID is we cannot access this here, but we can print it directly here. Okay, whatever you give, you can access everything here. Okay, so you instantly access this variable. If you want to pass multiple variable, you can make multiple folder names. So let me show you how you can pass multiple variables. So let's say you want to pass title as a folder name, then you have to pass id.vue. Okay, so here you can pass two variables together. Okay, the title is params.title, so we can access it by custom title, and variable is this thing. So I have accessed it. Now if you want to access the ID, and ID is, all you just need to do is this. So you will be able to access the ID and everything. Okay, you give anything here, anything there. So this is how you access your variables pass through the URLs. Okay, then we have finished our list. We can say it done. Now asyncData. Okay, so asyncData is very important because it runs on server side and also it runs on um, client side as well. So you have to know when to run where and how to take care about this one. Okay, so we will go back to our home page. So this is our home page. We can say it as home page. Okay, now let's see. Let me show you something here. If you write asyncData, here you will see a lot of variable has been passed. So if you just console is dev route, you'll get all the route information stored. So you will get your vue store information, which will be I will let you know later. Environment variable, params, query, request, response, redirect, error. Okay, so I did not show you query in the last uh, last last minute. I have to show you the query. Okay, so I just showed you params. Now let me show you a little quick how you can handle the query. So the same way query works is the params. Okay, route.query. Okay, so if we do route.query, then you can actually pass something question mark. Then you can pass text equal this is the text, so you get this full object. Okay, then you can access it like this. Okay, so you were easily accessing the query parameter sent to the URL. So this is how you access query and the parameter sent into the URL. Okay, so that is good. And also if you want to access the query parameter directly in your asyncData, so let me show you what is the fundamental difference in query and created normally. So created only runs when the component is completely loaded, but asyncData runs only on the server side on page load. So you can say that asyncData loads are faster, and asyncData also responsible for making the whole application server side. Okay, so SSR friendly or SEO friendly. Okay, so for example, let me show you one thing. If you do console.log and if you simply logs the query. Okay, so if I logs the query and if I refresh this page, I should get the console right in my server. Okay, it does not normally show you the query in here. In your first page load, it will not show in here. Okay, it will show you in your server side. So this is the server side console. We will be able to see all the server side console in the terminal. Okay, so whatever you pass, you will be seeing it there. Okay, now yeah, similarly, whatever if you console the route, you will be able to see it on server side as well. Okay, so let me do one more refresh. You see all the information is coming here, but one more interesting thing is that after one page refresh, okay, after one page refresh, it doesn't give information to the server. It then run on the client side. For example, let's say I have done some changes on here, it will make this application to reload again, and you will be able to see information here. uh, Okay, we will be able to see it more correctly while we set up component, and then if we set up menu as well. Okay, so I will show you there. Uh, just write something and then update these things. Okay, client side reveal. I will show you later in this video. Okay, so asyncData actually is responsible for making your application a little faster. This is the fundamental difference from a normal Spy application and an nuxt.js application. Okay, and this is really great. Okay, you have to use it whenever you need to bring data from your server side into your application at the very beginning. So this is how you load from. This is from where you load. Also, there is a similar method called fetch. So you will be you can know the difference between a fetch and asyncData. Kindly almost similar. The fundamental difference is with the component. You can use the component or you cannot use. I will explain later. Okay, now let's talk about this external CSS. So I think as I can say asyncData is done, created is done, and now let's talk about the components first, and let's add some component in default first. So we have a component folder here, and let's okay, we don't need a folder here. Instead of folder, we can call our component menu.view, and we can add a menu in our web page. Okay, so this is how you add. Uh, Okay, let me show you one problem that you might face in future. This is called menu, and then menu, and then menu. And what I can do is I can actually come here and let me show you the error. So this is the error. Do not use built-in reverse HTML element. So menu is a HTML component. It's what it's saying. So instead of using menu, you can use something different, side menu, and that's all. If we use these things, you will not have any problems. Okay. And in this menu we will be able to add anything. So let's add some HTML here, and let's add this is menu. Okay, so we have added the menu, and this is coming in every page, which is good. Okay, now in this menu we will also show you some links. Yeah, so menu components with links. Okay, so let's see how you can give some links. Okay, we can keep this one, or just we can. So for nuxt.js, we have a special element tag which is called nuxt link. Then you can define your path like this, and we can say home. Okay, you can say home page. You can say about page, and this is how you give your routing. And then how many pages we have. Maybe we have a news page, so that not news page is my news. Then we can pass some ID here, 23 news page. And what we have title and ID. Let's call it post page. So this is a dynamic string. Okay, so let's post it, and let's come to this page. So since you know the component has been added in default page, so default layout, this one actually will be living inside all of your application pages. So that means whatever you have done in the pages and component in everywhere, first of all this default.view page runs first, and then in this page all of your other pages actually get loaded. Okay, so that means wherever you go, if I click here or here or here, your menu will be always available. Okay, so this is how it works. Okay, so you can see I'm navigating through. Okay, and you can see, okay, I'm in the home page now. Okay, now we can see, we can consolidate. This is where I'm going to show you the thing that I said. Console log. This is loading. Okay, now let's say coming, you are in this page. Okay, and now if you go back to your home page, the asyncData is loaded. Okay, so the asyncData will be loaded in client side, but if you refresh, it will not load in your client side, it will be loaded in your server side. Okay, so after first page refresh, it's loaded in the server side. Okay, cool. So let's move on, and I think we have done that part as well. And now let me show you how external CSS is linked. So for that we have to go to our config folder, and then we will find a nuxt.js configurations. So you will already find default thing. So in your default web page, you will see ahead. This is where you add your meta tag and everything for a particular page. I can also change it from here with the same structure. If you give the same structure in here, you will be able to change that. I will show you later, but let me show you how we can change that. So let's say full stack modern web development course for free. Okay, so this is how we changed, and then we can see the CSS, the universal path, and then this is pointing to asset library, then CSS, then main.css. Okay, so this is where it is pointing. You can add one more file called main.css. Okay, we have app.css. Okay, so let's move on. You can simply, since this is an array, you can pass more items here, and you can simply write app.css. Okay, perfect. So this is how you actually add everything, and I will remove these things, and instead I will write some little CSS here, background red. Let's see if it updates. Okay, I don't think it will update. Okay, it is updated. Perfect. So this is how you add the external CSS. Now let's add some external plugins, and this will be the last thing of this video. Sorry for making this video longer, but yeah, we have to do it. It's a very basic thing, very basic setup. You will be learning it. Okay, so for vue.js, we will for a plugin we will use a library called vue.UI for all of our UI. This is one of the great UI library available for vue.js and nuxt.js as well. I really love, and I also use it in all of my application because it gives you a consistent design across your forms and everywhere. Okay, so we will be using that. Okay, let me show you how you can use that in your Nuxt application. So in Nuxt application, you can create new folder. So let me create a folder called plugins. Okay, and in that plugin, I can have a file index.js, and here we will be adding all the installation process that any plugin gives you. So let me go to the installation page. First of all, let's run it in the command. Okay, so let me go back to my project, and here simply run this. Okay, and then I have to run that as well. Yeah, I don't need this one because this is by default done by the Nuxt. So all I need to do is add that here. I don't need an add from, and I don't need the view router as well. I don't need that as well. Yeah, because those things already implemented by Nuxt, so we don't need that. Now, how do we actually add that? So we have to add these things in our system configuration, Nuxt configuration, plugins, and you just give a name to it, a plugin as a plugin. So normally plugin works this way. You have to give the path. I'm just copying because it's really hard for me to write this syntax. Okay. Okay. It's not in asset, so it's under plugin folder. So you give the plugin, and you give the plugin name. Instead of index.js, you can say vue.js. So just copy that, and then all you need to pass these things. Okay. So yeah, this is how you link a plugin, and you will then be able to use that plugin in your system. Okay, so in the next tutorial I will be showing you how to use few of the elements from iView UI. Okay, and then I will get back to you with a lot of cool things. Okay, so I will try to show you a lot of things in my next videos regarding vue.js and nuxt.js. So after vue.js and nuxt.js, we will be going to uh, the real backend for Node.js. So yeah, stick with my course, and hopefully you will be able to get a lot of useful resources. And at the end of this course, you will be able to be a full stack modern web application developer. Please feel free to contact me, or yeah, for feel free to ask for any help. I will try to help you from my busy schedule. So yeah, and please do not forget to like, subscribe, and comment my videos. Thank you. Have a nice time. Bye.